Watch the blues go up in smoke.
Little hand grenades. I guess they were Christmas ornaments.
They're ornaments.
Full of our house wines.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was really well done, and a huge job to the entire team. Begley and Ale, of course, the tip of the spear in terms of decorating and setting it up. And Begley is an absolute mad woman. I don't understand how she does what she does.
Here's the sad thing is she works up until like minutes before the event goes, is exhausted, and then has to leave the event after like an hour and a half because she's so tired. But hats off to her. She put on what was probably the warmest fleece, ugly outfit you've ever seen. And she hung with it for a pretty good amount of time.
She was pretty jolly up in here. And then I also want to just take a moment to say thank you to both Ted and Joseph for cleaning this place up. There was about 7 cubic yards of
just
shit
everywhere
that could go into a chili bowl, and we walked in this morning, spotless.
I mean,
it's just
we have a lot of blessings to count, but one is just the fact that we're surrounded by good staff and people that get it and have this absolute desire to not only make sure everybody has a good time, but then when they come in the next day, the place is spotless.
We really have a tremendous team here. Yeah. I'm very, very happy with it, and
I'm sure they're sleeping right now and not watching this.
I hope so.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
But yeah, last night was great. Thank you for everyone who joined us. That was a good time. Unfortunately, Patrick Martin got stuck in Switzerland.
Yes.
But we'll be coming back. It sounds like he'll be coming back maybe on the same flight as us when we come back from Switzerland in March. Okay. So he'll kind of ride along with us, and we'll do it early next year.
Yeah, that was it was unfortunate, but that's what happens when you got to try to figure out how to get out of a country and get into another one right now.
Yep, that's what happens.
Yeah, so shit happens.
And he went to Cuba, so that definitely means he's a terrorist.
Of course.
That's probably not going to play well on Facebook. But
maybe it will.
Yeah, maybe it'll hit.
If you compliment a communist country.
Yes. So thank you, Cuba, for making it so Patrick Martin couldn't be here last night.
Patrick Martin, of course, is the co-owner of Patoro Cigars and one of the coolest men on the planet.
He's cool enough that we're sitting in HQ. Didn't need to call him. I was like, hey, Evan, you want to see how cool this guy is? Check out how Swiss he is. Hit it. Hello, Brandon. Hey, Patrick, do you need anything? No. Okay, bye. Hugs. Bye-bye. Hung up. See? Coolest guy ever.
Cool.
Evan's like, yep. Yeah. All right, let's talk about something good here.
Yeah, one of the things that I noticed, man, there's so much stuff. Let's talk a little bit about how far along things are coming.
How about? Okay, look, we talked about this before the show. This last week was big. This coming week is
bigger or more.
It will be the more biggest.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. Huge.
That's how big this one will be. was perfect. Don't laugh like that. But as much as I want to talk about the wins that we stacked this week, I don't think we can. What we can
Are we
talk
still
about,
referring to next door?
that's exactly. Okay. You cool with that?
I noticed that I told you I was going to smack you in the face, and now you're all in like defensive position, ready to throw this.
I was.
Okay.
All right.
The year's not over yet. How many more shows are there before the end of this year so people can tune in, because I will assault you in a major way.
Well, why don't you talk about what we can talk about, which is Principal Event Week? Because if someone wants to, there might be an opportunity in one of these events to be. Could be.
Darren Jaffe, of course, owner of Principal Cigars, will be here, not for one night. This isn't some just one-night event. It's 4 nights over like a couple of different weeks. It's the craziest thing ever. But there will be new cigar releases each night, right?
I forgot the cigars that he sent to me, so we could talk about it on the show.
I know that there is a provocateur-ish type cigar.
Let's talk about each one of them here.
Let's do
All
it.
right, let's break it down.
Okay.
Principal Event Week, there will be 4 total days. The 4th day will be invite only. You have to go to one of those days to unlock the ability to go to this. You're going to want
To that point, I've seen what is on the 4th night. You'll want to be there. And the other thing is, if we just add this little tidbit, the available cigars that night, you'll get allocated a higher amount based on how many days you go to.
That is absolutely correct. Okay, well, thank you.
What is this? Is Gene's story time over here? What do you got going on here?
Well, I just want to make sure we have the correct information
That's a lot of
so we don't
words.
spew fake news. Because here's how it's going to break down. December 10th, that is going to be the Petite Provocateurs, now called the Flechette, thanks to copyright stuff.
Okay.
It's also going to be the Spot, which is a 46 by 9 aviator. So picture that German engineered A.
Yeah.
Take that, make it an aviator.
I actually, I have one in my humidor. So I set it next to my keyboard for scale. And I sent that picture to my good friend, Johnny Goodner. And he was blown away that it was only about 1 inch shorter than my keyboard on my computer.
It's a long cigar. And it's all aviator.
And it's all aviator.
So that will take off.
And it's slightly larger than Land. So it's just going to be
It's beautiful. And the Flechettes, those are the 26 by 6.
Yes.
Little Robusto. We had them before. Now they're all packaged up and ready to go. Then the next day is going to be the Holiday Bauble release. That is December 11th.
That's a winner.
That's perfect. It's stocking stuffers. They come in 4 packs. Every year is a little bit different brand. The holiday release.
It's like a 60 ring gauge. It's produced on both, on the foot and the cap, and it's got this beautiful red and green stacking label all the way across. It's very pleasant.
It has everything principle. Then that's going to be, I believe that's Monday, Tuesday. And then fast forward to December 16th. This is the release of the cocktail collection, the global release of cocktail collection. And
no, where else on the globe will the global collection be available?
here.
And here, other locations?
Just here. Yeah, here's.
Yeah.
But that's going to include the Tiki Toro, which I have smoked, which I will corroborate Darren's statement saying that's the best thing that's come out of KBF.
Which is where the Koshan Bologna comes out of.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
We have the Count,
Okay.
which is the Negroni Companion.
Okay.
Then we have our own Angelique.
Right. I've seen that.
Then we have
It's kind of what would you call that size? Is it like a petite robuste or a petite Corona?
that sounds right.
Yeah. It's
Perfect. It's perfect for I would say beginners, for ladies.
the ladies that
Nothing
don't want to
intimidating.
have huge cigar.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
Debbie liked it. And then there's going to be our own Aviator, which I'm not going to say anything about it because actually I don't know if it's our own. You remember
I
that?
learned something here tonight.
It was an email.
It's so cute.
This guy doesn't do
That
that.
is so cute. It's so cute.
We even have a name for it that Aaron whipped up. The story, everything is super, super cool. You remember?
I did see that.
You do.
Okay. I didn't realize that was our.
I kind of made that part up, so Aaron, apologies if I'm lying on this, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be ours. I'm not sure.
Well, if it's like the coach on, we get about 95%.
And then the 17, you'll just have to trust us that you're going to be there. All three links are in the comments. Click those, get your tickets, do that thing. If you get a ticket, you don't come up though, I'm going to have to bash you.
I will take, for sure, because the people that are getting tickets, and it will be bothering us to get tickets because we're sold out. It's not good when people show up. That's right. But if you don't show up, I will buy your box of the cigar that you will have, cigars that you will have access to.
That's right.
Yes, and take a picture. But no, there's I think 4 cigars in that box that have never been released.
Really?
Yes. No. 3.
Some cigars.
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said, don't be you're already given too much information here.
I have not. Trust me.
Do me a favor here.
What?
Pick something. Let's run.
And they're almost gone.
I'm glad that's where you wanted to go.
Yeah. You better. What I want you to do is when we're done, go sit in the back, put on some music, smoke that cigar.
Okay. This cigar is the Atabey Black Ritos, which to date this has to be our best-selling cigar. And what I mean by that is, for a cigar of this magnitude and of this price point, the sales velocity of this cigar has been unmatched. 24 and a half boxes in
24
5
and a
days.
half boxes of $25, $50 cigars.
It's so how many? 6 days. So 6 days we went through 25 boxes.
Yeah.
But people.
And what's funny is, I had people we have customers that were getting started to become panic buyers. They bought a couple, smoked it, bought a box. A couple days later, bought another box. A couple days later, bought 10 more, just for fear that they're going to be gone. Now, good news is we will get some back. But basically, what this is an Atabey cigar that has a Ecuadorian Maduro wrapper that Nelson rolled these cigars 5 years ago. And even when we had our first one, which was in July, Nelson, when we asked him how he liked the cigar, he goes, I don't know this one yet. He had not tried the cigar because he wanted it to rest for an entire period of time. 5 years post-roll. This is absolutely no bullshit. This cigar, I have one cigar that was my number one, which is the Alfonso number 6. Love that cigar. But it is now in a 15-round fight, and it will be a draw for the best cigar I've ever had.
That's how good that is?
It is unbelievable. Now, I'm a medium smoker. I like depth. I like richness. I like all of the complexity that a cigar gives. I don't like major impact to my palate. So everything that is an Atabey with the added twist of this just chocolate, just perfect chocolate bite you're about to take.
It's did you just read Well,
I can sell somebody.
yeah. Did you drop the link in it?
Yeah. Don't buy them all wrong because I've got to get some.
Yeah, I'm grabbing that because I haven't smoked one.
2 nights ago, we had I think 6 boxes. And I was talking to the guys back. I said, you know what? This is going to be the box. I got to buy this box. I got to get this box. And gone.
No, they're gone. It does sound like we will get our hands on some more next year.
February.
I wouldn't even say that because we know how this industry works. Sometime next year we'll have some.
So yes, but this cigar is available at 10 stores. We are the world's only and first Atabey private lounge. So we got the highest allocation of 25 boxes. There were 6 out of the 10 retailers in the country that had to pay $1,200 in order to get access to 10 boxes because they had to buy an NFT.
My favorite part about this NFT is I can kind of understand it, right? Because
you get a hold.
Because you get a buy and you get something.
Yeah.
Which just kind of doesn't make that much sense though, because you can just buy the cigar, you know? Why buy the digital thing to have the? I don't understand money.
I think no, I don't either. For fake money anyway.
Oh, it was a pre-order. That's actually smart. Good for them. Good for them.
Don't buy them all around.
Can we talk? Son of a bitch. Can we talk about the bottomless humidor for a second?
Let's do it. I saw that video.
If you're on Facebook, you're going to get this. If you're on Insta, you're not going to get this. You're just going to look at us for a second. But
comfortable in front of the camera.
Nate is getting comfortable in front of the camera. He did great on the show. But let's talk about that video. Let's talk about our holiday promo. So there are a couple of options you can go with. And I wish this was an option when we first started smoking cigars, which is this beginner kit. Now, not just some run-of-the-mill shitty beginner.
And by the way, that's exactly what they are, and I'll say it out loud.
That's what they are.
These guys that if you're buying 20 cigars and they're throwing in a humidor, it is worth exactly what you paid for it.
100%. And this is our beginner kit. And what's cool is it gives you every basic that isn't too flashy, too shiny, too anything. It's just something that is a great start. So it comes with the compact size acrylic humidor. Also, on top of that, you get Integra for life. So if you buy this for someone, they never have to worry about humidity in this.
So I'm going to just cigar 101 element. In humidors, you have to keep your cigars humidified. There are a couple of great companies out there that do what's called two-way humidification. Puts humidity in or takes humidity out based on what humidity level you're keeping your cigars at. Integra Boost has worked with us, and we will be able to provide Integra Boost packs for as long as you have that.
It's a really cool system because usually you get someone a beginner level humidor, and 6 months down the road it becomes a hassle.
Yeah, why can't I keep my humidity right?
And then they come in. And
there's this old saying: if you're going to buy a boat, buy your second boat first. This is what happens: is people that buy humidors, they step up to an acrylic humidor. Well, we're starting you off with an acrylic.
Yeah, and they don't have to go too deep. It's also going to come with the selection of. It's actually 5 cigars. This one has 4 in there, but DC has stepped up.
Definition Cigars is putting what is probably in unit sales in the last 90 days the best-selling cigar we have.
And what's cool is these are all Robusto-sized cigars. So someone who's just getting into it, they don't have to feel like they have that time commitment.
Right. It's a great way to test. If you are a seasoned cigar smoker, you get a chance to test different cigars that you probably haven't tried.
And then you just have really well-performing, but not overly done, and not too cheap. Kind of this really nice range. You get a straight cutter that has a little cigar rest on there. This is what I use at the house. I have for years.
Yeah, that's
the same one. And then what's called a bulldog torch.
Yep.
It's what we use here at the lounge as well. It's just a little workhorse. And if anything ever goes wrong with any of this, bring it in. We swap it to you, and you're good.
Yep.
On top of that, we'll also reach out to you to schedule a 1-hour one-on-one Cigars 101. You come in, or we'll do it virtually, smoke a cigar together, talk, ask questions. So for $179, you can take someone who's never smoked a cigar or maybe 1 or 2 and legitimately set them up for years and years of shortcutting their knowledge.
And that's the quickest way to get into the cigar journey and stay in it, is to just learn out of the gate what's happening, and not just don't gather all your information from Facebook or what you read a review, because a lot of these reviewers, in so many cases, nothing against them, their palates are so cooked from smoking cigars constantly and testing them that the only things that even register are typically really strong cigars. And that's not what the majority of people smoke.
Agreed. Now, that's a great beginner route, but let's say somebody already smokes cigars. We've got a really cool setup where, let's say it's time for a new humidor.
Yeah.
Either of our two humidor setups, the 70 count or the double stack,
The 150 count.
the 150, that's what I actually need in the house. But if you purchase one of those, everything else on that ticket is 20% off.
Yeah.
So, and that includes, they want a pipe, do it. They want accessories, they want cigar socks, they want cigars, whatever they want. That's a part of that. Everything will be 20%.
Yeah. It's incredible. And I'll tell you, just from a technical standpoint, I've been testing. I have a very, very nice 150 count humidor that Darren gave me. Beautiful cedar, beautiful cabinet. And then I have it sitting next to the 150 count humidor, both with cigars in them, both with high-tech measuring devices that feeds the data to my phone. And the acrylic is just kicking the cedar's ass. It just...
The same thing for you, Rogers?
It's set it and forget it.
That's exactly. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it, and that's the thing is, I have stopped worrying about humidification now. Yeah, the wood one becomes the one that you give away. Those cigars are the flames that come out. But I'll tell you what, I was very skeptical about acrylic at the beginning. I thought, what is it? First off, I didn't think it looked good. But then once it all stacks in there, and you engrave the top, you set it on top of an LED base. Oh boy,
the LED base is incredible. And the thing is the one thing I didn't know is I left a room humidification and temperature sensor on the top of the exact same sensor inside the unit. And I noticed that the internal temperature of the cabinet will adjust to whatever the temperature is in the room. So then I thought, well, maybe that's the benefit of cedar or a wood cabinet, is it doesn't do that. So I did the same experiment there. Cedar does the exact same thing. If the room goes to 72 degrees, that cabinet internally goes to 72 degrees. That's where the humidity pack then keeps it down. And it is, when I look at I downloaded the numbers, you see the temperature in this room go like this, and you see the humidity line is just dead straight. Really doesn't move. But it's really cool technology. Yeah.
Let's pivot here slightly. Top 25. It's that time of the year where we do the Industrial Cigar Company totally biased, uncorrupt, unofficial, official top 25 of 2023. We didn't get that domain name. It was too many characters.
It was too long, yeah, for most computers. But the thing that we always like to stress, and we know a number of cigar manufacturers are out there watching the show, when we say that it is uncorrupt, we are willing to be corrupted.
We've said that from the beginning. If you throw us some money,
if you will throw us some money, we'll guarantee a top 25.
Well, we've actually said this, and we want to be real transparent. If someone does give us money, we're going to put them in either the number 3 spot or the 7 spot. But their number, when we put the graphic out, will be in green. Right. So if you ever see that, just know they paid us money for that spot, and I'm not too proud. I will take that money. Look, Gurkha, wherever you're at, right. I'm just going to be transparent that we're going to take
might buy 7 and 3.
It would be, if Elliot wants to buy number 13, I'll make it in purple. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever cigar he wants.
So this is a proper organization. We just haven't.
I'm going to be clear. The money isn't going to the business. It's going to us.
That's where it's corrupt.
That's why. Yeah. But we will cross out the uncorrupt part of it. We're going to be honest.
Oh, we'll be honest. We'll let you know we've been corrupted.
But with that,
but it will be. But the totally biased never goes away.
Look, we're honest about this, and you can put your bias to it because we do have voting that is live. Now, there are a few ways that it's actually really detailed. We're showing Evan. Yes,
We actually, I mean, in all seriousness, we actually do review, and it's not based on sales numbers. It's based on
it does have some.
We have a little leaning there, but usually if the sales numbers are there, it's because.
Well, and that's it, because we forget those cigars. So there are basically 3 tiers in how we power score it. It's going to be our ICC family scores, our internal score, and then some of the sales figures to catch up any cigars we may have missed that were under the radar. We'll take those together, add them up, and power score that out. So it is biased, but it is using our own.
You asked what were, I think there was surprise you got the year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you left that open so you could just continue to type, because I had stuff. And it was, as I sat physically, mentally walked through the humidor, that's where I was reminded of the double decker. That's what I felt now. But that was a surprise to me. But there were several that were surprises. I don't know if we want to give any of it away, but
I think
it's a good question, and probably something to pose to you folks out there.
And you drop the link for it. Look, it's 4 or 5 questions. It'll take you 90 seconds. Fill that out. And we're going to release that on December 18th. Is that right? Monday, December 18th. We're going to start doing that. We'll have 3 days that we tier it out of how we release it. And then at the end, you'll have a chance to run through it. But it's exciting. What would you say are some of your top cigars that people should put maybe on their radar? Maybe there's some areas that people have forgotten about.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
What are some that should make top 25?
Oh, no, the Cavalier LE 2023, for sure. But we're down to less than a box. So that's difficult unless I can get Sebastian to give us. Obviously, the Black Ritos, the Alfonso Grand Selección. These are cigars that were shockers to me this year. The DC Genesis. The Foreign Affair. The Maria Lucia that is in different sizes now. The Crux Habano.
That's exactly where I was going.
The German engineered cigar stuff, just the whole line across the board, has been outstanding.
The Jake White Herbert Spencer may be the MVP. I mean, the most improved player on the field. That Herbert Spencer is good. But there are a lot of cigars that are in that humidor.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough year to.
Yeah, the Double Decker from Principal, the Datien from Principal, and that was an EP Carrillo collaboration.
Yep.
We just got the EP Carrillo product in. I have not gone through that whole line myself personally. We just got Davidoff in, so I've smoked a few of those. What I was excited to see is last Saturday we put out the Freud, the limited edition Freud's, and that's a $42 cigar. There's only 3 left in the box.
Yeah, those things have been selling. They just got held on.
That's a good size cigar.
But the Patoro Vintage, that thing needs to be on this list.
We haven't had it in for a year, and I smoked the Terra Blanche the other day, and I was just like, Jesus, this thing is so good. Yeah. We've got a lot of good cigars, and it's been a good year for cigars. Yeah, for us. I mean, truly, it's been a great year for cigars. We know what's happening with the big box brands. We've actually seen the numbers firsthand. But a lot of the big name, big box cigars are not doing that well. No, they're still selling millions of cigars. No, of course. But, typically, when I used to get a deal, a manufacturer would present a deal to me on the first of the month. Now I'm getting them weekly. And when you're starting to give, 20 and 30% off, it's not because you're almost out. And it's not because it's selling. Deals like that happen for a reason. Yes. So, I think one thing that I'd like to do to throw a bow on this, is talk about something that happened on Tuesday. That it was during Nathan's Bad Words podcast, which was just excellent. Awesome. I really enjoyed that conversation. But the one thing that you find with Nathan, you don't really know what's going to come out of his mouth, and it's always better than I expected. It's always better.
You ask him an in-depth question, and you can feel him not quite sure where he's at, and then what he says, oh my God, that was really good. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
And it's that was a great conversation. I just that's a good one to use as a bookmark. But one of the things that happened during that show was really special for all of us, which was Mark McClurkin, one of our day zero guys.
Yes.
Came walking in with a box of his cigars.
Biggest shit-eating grin I've ever seen in my life.
The only shit-eating grin I've seen.
I'll tell you what. I know where Mark's been for the last couple of years. It's the first time I've seen him smile in a couple of years.
And he
deserves it.
He deserves it, absolutely. And this was really cool. So Haiti Cigars, CATI. You can look for these to be coming out here. You can also look for that brand to be launching here shortly. But it's a huge testament to why we do this, I think, is to really share this journey of cigars with someone. And we watch Mark go from really enjoying cigars, really knowing his shit, to now becoming a brand owner and making connections with Sebastian and Darren and really trustworthy, really solid manufacturers.
That he was able to meet here because they come here.
Yeah. It was this small incubator that just so happened to happen inside of this nest. And to watch that box of cigars that has been now 3 years in the making.
Yeah.
It's been...
And we've been testing all along. As he's been making trips, we've been testing different cigars with him. And
Evan asked the other day, "Is that you going to carry him?" I was like, "Sure, I hope so." Because I mean, we were kind of the blending process in this thing. So if we say no, we're going to be real dicks.
Yeah.
So sorry, Mark.
we do have 3 brand owners that are also members here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
it was a special moment for me to watch.
No doubt about it.
A real testament.
And the cigars. The cigars are really good. One, it's so cool because it has its own shape. It's shaped like a cannon, and it is the coolest cigar, but it's also really good.
And the name of the shape is Peñón, which kudos to you for the creativity on that. It's excellent. I'm so proud of you. You're kicking ass, and this is just the beginning. So. We can't wait to be a part of telling that story and bringing that to life.
Yeah, for sure.
Getting you do what we can.
Yeah.
But I think that was my Festivus miracle for the
year. Was the Festivus miracle of the year. It's been a great year when we reflect back on, the experiences that we've had. And those are going to be things that were coming up when we come to year end. But the stuff that has happened here, and then knowing that next year is going to be kicked off with a whole new business. It's going to be next year. Is going to be great. This year was fantastic. Next year is going to be off the rails.
Yep, I agree. With that, I want to step in the back and smoke those Black Ritos before they're gone, so that way
I'll smoke one with you.
Rest. Yeah, let's do that. But we have events that are coming up. Make sure to grab those. We have our top 25 questionnaire. Make sure to hit that. And on our new site that's launched, we have our updated merchandise that's there.
The new website is incredible. If you haven't been to Industrial Cigars, the website is fantastic, but the new e-commerce site is so good.
It's really working. It's a much better experience.
Yep. And I thought it was cool that you got it set up so that it charges the actual shipping. So, I mean, shipping is shipping, but a lot of the manufacturers we deal with, they just charge us 4% of whatever the order is. So if I have a heavy box that costs $400 and a heavy box that costs $100, I still have to pay that 4%.
Yeah, that is 787 SKUs that you have to go through and put length, width, girth, and weight to. Ultimately makes a better streamlined experience for those who are on there. So let's stop talking and start smoking.
Let's do it.
Love you. We out.
See ya.